they had the Dragonite, which is somewhat of yung mga, sabi na natin, brute force type of heroes. But same thing din happening for LFY right now. They have a Bristleback and a Bloodseeker. So they're really looking for the chase dito.
Very good combination din naman ng Bristleback plus the Bloodseeker. Of course, you can apply yung Blood Rage dun sa Bristleback, and the Bristleback can deal 40% more damage with the Quill, including the Quill spray stacks. But right now, looks like Zeus is gonna be picked by LFY.
So offlane Bristleback? No, offlane Zeus?
Maybe magpapalit sila dito.
Pwede
I really doubt that will happen. Because Zeus is not at all an offlane type of hero. Well, pwede mo i-argue na makakapangharas siya, but after that, after his first set of Arc Lightning, it needs to be out of the lane. So, tingnan natin. Well, naturally naman, I think Super plays a good Zeus. I can remember na magaling siya maglaro ng Zeus then back in the day.
Okay, I'm thinking this is gonna be a Bristleback offlane, Monet with the mid lane Bloodseeker, and then Zeus will be the core. Feel ko lang kasi it would make more sense kung Bloodseeker yung makikipagtapat sa Queen of Pain, since you can actually just last hit better than the Queen of Pain.
Definitely.
So maybe.
Tsaka parang sabi, ang ano dito parang Zeus cannot stay against the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is just too good, just too mobile against the Zeus. That might be the case. And never forget daw si Ice Zeus ng Cloud9. Alam mo naman, ibang argument kasi pwede mo sabihin para kay Ice. He's a different type of player. Kahit ano naman pwede niyang gawing offlane. Morphling. Meron pa siyang sobrang absurd na offlane. I think was... sabi, baka ganun. Kaya niyang kahit anong gawin. Basta Zeus. Kaya yun.
Natawa ko sa comment ito. This shotcaster always wear black shirt.
Yeah.
Black shirts. Well, guys, kasi ang story kasi dyan is ang libreng shirts na nakuha namin puro kulay black. So,
yung mga...
Wait, ano bang design na to? Yeah, ito yung yung Evil Genius clothing. Hindi yung hindi yung team may
parang yung Evil Genius.
Yung local brand. May parang may may promo sila ng isang araw. Like a few months back, I think noong December ata. When you buy a shirt, any shirt that they had like worth 500 pesos, meron silang libreng black shirt na ibibigay. Binili ko shirt sa kanila, black din.
No, so yun din ang binigay. Anyway, we are now back to our game, LFY versus Newbie. It is gonna be the Radiant side, LFY, DDC sa kanyang Ancient Apparition, Afu with the Earth Shaker. Super indeed will get that Bristleback Monet on that position 1 Bloodseeker, and it is indeed inflamed with that offlane Zeus. Tingnan natin if we will be successful.
Newbie naman gonna be playing with Faith on the Visage. SCCC as the Queen of Pain, KP with the Slardar, Mugi as our Weaver, and Kaka on the Sand King. So is it really gonna be that case? Weaver to go top lane, mid lane, it's gonna be... actually, no. Nagro-rotate pa lang naman sila, but looks like the Weaver's gonna be in the top lane for sure.
Okay, now LFY is gonna have that pretty good combo with the... Okay, this is so weird. But I think combo with the Ice Vortex plus the Zeus damage from the magic damage output.
Yeah, so this is just gonna be Newbie going for an invade, and they will be spotting out Monet as he tries to go for that bounty rune. Nice connection of the stun. Nag-stack na ngayon ng nuke si Faith, and Faith will get the first blood. But this isn't really anything out of the ordinary. Kanina game 1, I believe Newbie din nakakuha ng first blood onto I believe yung
Kongka
din.
Sobrang ironic nung nangyari. Si Monet nag-spam siya ng patience from Zoe. Tapos ang patient nung time na yun was Newbie waiting for him. At nung pagdating niya doon, siya yung nag-gank nung tatlo. Konting drama lang sa ating laban. So
it's gonna be super to go up against SCCC. I really expected it to have been maybe the Bloodseeker that might have been a better choice. But in terms of the matchup din naman, he does have the Brist. Well, basically his spray and pray with the quills to hit the Queen of Pain when she does go a little bit too close for the last hits or the harass.
Okay, this is top lane. This is gonna be a triple lane setup, and like you said kanina, core Zeus or maybe a position 1 Zeus dito. At least nasa safe lane siya mag-isa against the 2 heroes of Newbie. I wonder how it works, how it bodes para sa ating LFY squad. Tingnan natin kung maging successful.
So maybe the reason why they wanted to go for the Bloodseeker tri-lane might have been because if it was the Bristleback, you'd be looking forward to the Goo the Nasal Goo and the Quills, right? To go for maybe the enough damage. But at least kung LFY naman will be having the Bloodseeker, you have the Fisher muna for the Earthshaker, and then of course yung Slows. I forgot the name of the skill.
Ice Vortex.
Ice Vortex on the Ancient Apparition, yes. And then aggressive from S-Triple-C. Nakita niyang open yung Courier and he spots it out. A little bit of a misplay there from LFY. And S-Triple-C should be able to get away from this one scot-free. 3 seconds for that blink. You gotta be a little bit careful, but he will be popping the salve. Medyo agresibo ngayon si S-Triple-C.
Oh, super.
But yeah, last thing na lang sasabi ko sa ngayon. There's also the point na pag mababa na yung HP ngayon nung, I believe, the Weaver, they will be able to chase down because of, you know, Monet's thirst.
Anyway, dito nagkakaroon na problema. Zeus will be taken down, but in the mid lane kanina, I think sobrang na-trigger si Super sa pagkapatay nung kanilang courier dito. At hinahabol niya talaga si S-Triple-C to the ends of the earth. At I think nagsayang siya ng mana doon kasi there wasn't a clear-cut way for him to kill off S-Triple-C no time na yun. Now S-Triple-C has got the magic wand. Now, talaga the damage out from this Bristleback will really be falling off. Wow. Zeus is not the fastest hero, pero hindi pa rin siya nahabol ng Slardar. That's quite a sight.
Yeah. And because of that weakness right now in the top lane for the Weaver, nakita mo na lang bigla na lang pinapunta nila sa Fate sa top lane with the Visage. And here, Inflame should be taken out. I have no idea why this is happening. Okay, they rotated it. So, Faith will be in the top lane as the solo Visage. And then, bottom lane naman, yung Weaver na. I mean, do you think it would have been better yung suggestion ko? Or is this the optimal setup right for LFY? Kasi parang, it's not looking too good in all lanes. But I think that they just had the puzzle to figure out. And then if they found out that maybe yung sinabi ko lang, it would have been better.
Yeah, yung sinabi mo is much better than what they are having right now. Well, in fairness naman sa LFY, hindi naman siguro din na ma-expect din yung lane setup ng Newbie. They can only assume.
That's true.
Pero all things considered, this is not the best I mean, this is the worst possible case for LFY actually. Kasi mas maganda na lang sana na mag-dual lane set, 2-1-2 setup sila just to help out Inflame on the Zeus. But then again, sino makakatulong sa kanya? This combo from Newbie, especially the Sand King plus the Slardar, it's just very strong sa laning stage na ang isang solo laner talagang mapapatumba lang nila as easily. At ang malupit pa doon, Zeus pa talaga yung katapat nila. So much easy pickings dito for the side of Newbie. Now they rotated down at ang Earthshaker dito sa my bottom lane and it looks like the Zeus will be in quite a roaming spot dito. Try to maybe sniff out some wards. Nafu is left alone in this bottom lane.
He has to be careful right now. Inflame could be spotted out. This is a kill lane. If I saw it, they have good damage from the Germinate attack of the Weaver, and then they have the lockdown from the Slithering Crush plus that. Do you call it still Burrow Strike, right, or Impale?
Mula sa
Sand King.
Burrow Strike.
Burrow Strike pa rin, right? Okay. Kasi sometimes I hear Impale for some reason.
Impale, well, kind of pares naman kasi usually ng animation. Pero yung Impale kasi is from the next Assassin. Tapos Earth Spike dun sa Lion. So sila yung magkakapare-pares dito. But totally different again, I guess. But in the mid lane, Warpath now available for the Bristleback. He is now level 6 dito. There's gonna be a TP and the Blood Right will not net anything. At least S-Triple-C. Decently, I would say, na-force out siya sa lane. Having to pop that salve secondary. But there is a support from side of Newbie dito sa may mid lane. That is gonna be the Sand King looming the back lines. There is gonna be the Burrow Strike connecting dito at humarap na si S-Triple-C. Will take down Super just as easy as that.
ABC, easiest 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, I mean, Inflame is right here. Bottom lane wise, Moogie should be fine for the meantime. There's gonna be a lot of harassment from Inflame, but I don't think he's gonna be taken out. That Weaver does have the Sakuchi and of course a couple of heals to come out from that one as well. Pero this is not a good start for LFY for sure. 1k gold lead, 4 kills for the side naman dito ng Newbie. And at the same time, kanina nakita mo, S-Triple-C was able to snipe out a courier by just blinking behind Super.
That's a very calculated risk mula S-Triple-C. And I would say a misplay din naman. There is that Invis rune by DDC. And S-Triple-C is here. They know this one. Afu, nandito rin sa may bandang gilid. Mugi though might get caught, but there's gonna be the stride. Gonna be punished for it. They're in the mid lane. Look at the damage from Super.
Oh, does he want to go in aggressive? No, he doesn't know where S-Triple-C is. It might have been huge. DDC is right here with the Ancient Apparition. Wait, I was actually thinking, was it banned out yung Oracle? For this second game, hindi. But they still didn't opt for it. You think it would have been good to actually have an Oracle in this type of composition? Kasi parang, it feels like it still could have been.
Gandang Fisher so far, but there could be a Barrow Strike. It will happen, but no more mana for Kaka. There's the Vortex, slowing down the Sand King, and one more hit from Afu.
What? Ang bilis ng attack speed tuloy ng movement speed.
The Sand King. Yeah,
well, I mean, Alakdan, got yourself what? 6 legs?
Yeah. 8.
But truth be told, yeah, of course he had the upgraded boots kumpara dun naman sa Earthshaker na naka boots of speed lang.
Anyway, going back to your question kanino, is Oracle gonna be a better one for LFY? I think
rather than the Ancient Apparition.
Rather than the Ancient Apparition, yes. Ang problema nga lang ng first draft dito ng LFY, 2 supports agad. And syempre, hindi na sila makapag-pick ng Oracle doon. I guess, ang converse lang yan. Pag Ancient Apparition pinili mo, you want to go on the offensive. But, yun nga. Just like that.
Alright, so we've already passed somewhat of the leading phase ngayon. We're getting into the point wherein LFY, they have the level 6, they have at least the Rupture coming out.
Almost
in flame. One auto attack na lang could have meant his life dito. Kaka from the sidelines looking to chase down onto this poor Zeus. And si S-Triple-C, he knows that Inflame is somewhere near the vicinity.
We'll sniff him out, but we get out that Mugi naman dito. Nasa mid lane na. So 5 kills going in favor of Newbie. 2,000 net worth lead at nakakuha pa sila ng push sa may bottom lane with the Dire closing out on that tower down. At 2,000 ngayon, net worth lead ng Newbie. At better start for Newbie as compared to last game.
Yeah, for sure.
They can easily close this out if they so wish. What is the thing with LFY kasi hindi ganon kaganda yung kanilang comeback potential dito. Bloodseeker and Bristleback, not type of heroes that you won't go from behind. Depende na lang kung napag-stuck sila ng jungle, which it feels like hindi ganon din nagawa ng side ng LFY. Hindi sila nakapag-prepare for the storm. No
and tignan mo to. Laki ng stacks sa Newbie.
Oh, look at that. That's 5 stacks.
I wanna see that more pag nakuha niya. Agaw. Natry nilang kumuha ng onti dito. It's gonna be Super to start it off onto S-Triple-C. The stun connecting onto the Bristleback. But from the sidelines, Faith almost nuking down Inflame. They gotta be a bit careful for the meantime. And he goes in with the second strike. That was huge. Blood right as well from Monet. Chasing him down. Does he have the Rupture? Yes, he does. And he's gonna be chasing down onto Faith. Doesn't actually need to use it because he does at least have the thirst. Gets the movement speed. And okay. So for the meantime, again, like I've said, natapos na onto ang ating leading phase. There's the level 6 marks for LFY, and they're starting to capitalize quite quickly onto this one. But at the same time, Newbie have the same thought in their heads.
Kakabuhay lang ni Zeus dito.
Kakabuhay lang ng Zeus dito, and that's gonna be another kill by Newbie. LFY, you could really see the plan right now in their minds, pero Newbie are one step ahead, rotating on the other side and getting easy kills on these easy pick-off heroes.
There's a problem with really cheesy type of drafts. I mean, that's why we have the meta. Mas stable sila, but LFY, it's actually... What was that? KP.
Head shake.
Nag-head shake shot kasi namatay si Sand King sa neutral creeps. But right here, the mid lane, there's the Sonic Wave catching that Earthshaker will be taken down. But that's the 8th kill going in favor of this Newbie squad.
Super's very aggressive into this one. He actually gets a corrosive haze in his...
Oh no.
Onto him. The debuff is there, pero he's gotta be careful as well. He's gonna go aggressive. He does have the Vanguard, but that doesn't give him the right to be this aggressive. Pero teka lang muna, will that actually be enough? He baits it in. That Epicenter should shut him down. That was too aggressive, too greedy from LFY's Super.
Oh, look at the damage from Monet getting the trip.
I mean, Monet is alright.
Killing spree streak.
Pero 4 to 10 2K gold lead. This is just LFY forcing too many fights. I mean, they're getting a couple, pero Newbie are getting most of them as well.
At kanina, dun sa, let's say 20 seconds ago, kakabuhay lang ulit nung Zeus. Pagkatipi niya dun sa Torre, he was taken down once again by that Weaver plus that Queen of Pain. But Queen of Pain might have overstepped his bounds right there. At napunish siya dito ni Monet. That's the kill going in favor of Monet. Surprisingly though, our Bristleback is still on top of net worth. All things considered. Yung nakakuha siya ng jungle cups din. Right now, he's chasing onto KP. He's just got the Vanguard. But Mugi though, another kill dun sa Zeus. Oh my goodness. He's just feeding off of the Zeus. Now they find the Sand King. They get the return kill. Pero itong offlane talaga ng LFY. Inflame with the Zeus. I don't know what they were planning with it. Well, it makes sense with the Ice Vortex from the Ancient Apparition. But aside from that, there's no reason for it. Well, sige, sabihin natin pwede siya mag-cast ng Thunder God's Wrath. Just to take the Newbie's heroes low. Para din makapag-proc ng Thirst ng Bloodseeker. But that would take even further. And there are many more heroes that could have done the job except this one. May blink na si KP. He catches the Bristleback Ice Blast. Catch them out. There's the damage. The Fissure.
To heal it back up, but LFY is right here. Monet has been the pivot point, the linchpin here for LFY to get back into the fight. Nice connection. The thirst is real, and he'll be able to spot out one more target. Wala na siyang Rupture to be able to connect onto. Well, I believe that is the Slardar. But looky here, Wolf.
Yeah.
LFY. I mean, Super and Inflame haven't shown their strides in this game. Pero Monet has been, like I said, the linchpin. He's been the anchor to put in place LFY, not to make them, not to give them such a rocky, shaky start.
Kakasabi ko lang kanina na kinakailangan pa na mas maraming levels or ng connection ng LFY sa kanilang skills, and that happened kanina dun sa pag-takedown nila. I mean, almost taking down the Bristleback dito inside ng Newbie, but they were bruised so much with the quill spray damage, and the Fissure was there. Tatlo yung nahuli, and then the Ice Blast to really put them low. And now nag-pay off na yung pick nila ni Zeus na pagkagamit ng Thunder God's Wrath, they were very low. In fact, yung Weaver nag-take out mula dun sa Ancient Apparition Ice Blast kasi nga natulungan siya nung Thunder God's Wrath dito coming out from the Zeus. LFY, their strategy is to just bruise their opponents with their skills and then close out with the Bloodseeker. And so far, it was successful in one gank. Question is, makakapag-keep up ba yung LFY dito? They are still behind by 2K in terms of net worth, and Newbie still ahead in terms of objectives. They need to master all of their strengths and kailangan nila maging successful na sa kanilang next engagements dito. It's gonna be the question that needs to be asked by LFY, but so far in the mid lane, mukhang nagpupush dito si Super. He has got the Vanguard. A few components of the Hood of Defiance will be caught by the stun. The Fissure will be there. The Ice Vortex, the Thunder God's Wrath, and there's the damage mula sa LFY.
So, somewhat of a shaky start dito para sa LFY, but they're slowly but surely climbing back up in terms of having control in this game, or being able to, you know, see the viewpoint at the top. Newbie right now, they're being caught off guard by, I feel like Monet. How do you pronounce it? Monet.
Sa international casters, Monet basa nila eh.
Yeah, it sounds like a French word or something. But yeah, let's just call it Monet lang muna. But yes, so Monet has been again a very strong Bloodseeker for the meantime. And with this one, na medyo na offset niya yung weaknesses ngayon ni Super plus ni Zeus, because right now Newbie has to think. Even if they commit, let's say, the Ice Blast, or rather yung... Wait, sorry, di pala Ice Blast yun. Even if they're able to maybe...
The Vortex, or what do you mean?
Actually, nabaliw ako. But yeah, even if they're able to commit the Corrosive Haze and the Nuke of Faith dito dun kay...
the Soul Assumption.
Yeah, the Soul Assumption onto the Bristleback. There's still the point wherein Monet's gonna be able to just chase down, use that Rupture, and then Newbie has to back away. The case naman with Inflame, as long as he keeps getting his, I guess, levels na muna ngayon, and then LFY alleviate the pressure against him, lalo na Monet's been, you know, pushing a lot dito for LFY. He should be able to get that power point on the Zeus eventually. And now Newbie are in a bad spot. Although Newbie side naman, Esther Fossey has been doing quite good. He hasn't been landing the best of Sonic Waves 4 recent lang naman.
Okay.
But there's still that point of there where, you know, there's the setup with corrosive haze stacking and then Burrow strike with the
Rupture
Sand King.
connection.
Rupture
Oh, look at that
connection. Hindi ka
damage.
makakatakas dito ngayon, Bestiku, and that's gonna be dominating for Monet.
Control, alt, delete dito pala sa LFY. Ice Vortex. Just showing to be the pivot point, I would say, in terms of damage output ng LFY. Kasi meron siyang 15% increased magic damage, and of course, the Rupture can be increased with that. The Thunder Guts Wrath, sama pa yung Fissure, sama mo pa yung Blood Rage dito. So the key for LFY right now, amplification na kanilang skills. Yun yung kanilang sync ngayon, yun yung kanilang master plan. Let's just amplify our damage and delete one hero from the side of Newbie. And Newbie, all of a sudden, kapag may nawalang isang hero sa kanila, nag-scramble sila, hindi sila maka-teamfight against LFY. It's quite a good, interesting draft. There is gonna be the rotation dito para kay Bloodseeker. He does have the Aegis though. Ice Blast connecting on many heroes
Be
dito.
able to pop the Aegis, but that was just so bad from Newbie. They knew that he had the Aegis of Immortal, and they lost the Sand King for their lives. Makakahanap pa ba sila dito ng isang tumatakas na Visage? There's the Nasal Loop, and that should be killed.
That should be killing it up. Catch-up will be there. And look at that. Double kill para kay Inflame. After struggling so badly dun sa early stage, ngayon nakakuha siya ng malaking impact sa kanyang team with Thunder Guts Wrath as well as those Thunderbolts. Now he is level 10. Nakakabawi na ang kuya nyo. And net worth-wise, he is 6th. Mas mayaman siya sa Sand King, nakatapat niya sa lane. I mean, you know, sa kanyang co-off laner dito. So, nice catch-up from the side of LFY.
And that is just, again, Newbie starting to kind of make these questionable calls. For sure. Kasi, yun, alam nila na nag-teleport na dun si yung LFY for the response, but to defend the bottom tier 2. They, of course, they wanted to break it down or to be able to destroy it para lang makakuha sila ng global gold. The thing is, there was a fortification. Dumating nga dun si Monet. They knew he had the
Aegis.
The Aegis. And again, why did they have to go for the offense?
That is gonna be really the question next to be answered. Ice Blast will land on the Weaver. No, it won't be able to land on the Weaver. So farm na muna po both teams dito. Lamang na ngayon sa kills ang LFY at ang lead kanina ng net worth ng Newbie. Ngayon 1K na lamang.
China number 1. Ito pares to, both China teams.
Oo nga eh. China number 1. 12 to 11. And Bristleback is now leading the net worth. Kasi items niya dito is Hood of Defiance and may Solar Crescent Vanguard. It's gonna be the Barrow Strike out. Ice Blast wanting to connect. It will clip. No, it will not be able to hit him.
Just at the very edge. Pero si Boogie nandito na rin. He will be
Nice
activated
Fissure.
with the Rupture, and
The
that was
damage.
Just, yeah.
It's yun lang talaga eh. Nasa, I would say, amplification lang talaga. Even the Weaver, so much control. And I really like to commend yung Fissure dito kasi nakapag-TP out agad yung Ancient Apparition dito. Radiant's Courier will be killed by the Familiars, but they might pay for their lives anyway.
And every familiar is 100 gold.
Yeah.
Question lang pala.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about this interaction. Pag nag-timelapse ba ang isang Weaver, mawawala ang Rupture?
Hindi mawala yung Rupture, pero hindi rin siya madadamage. Oo. Displaced lang siya
Mid
dito.
ba yung Zeus kanina? Hindi. He was actually
Off lane.
Kaya nga medyo basically
Napailing kami.
napa-WTF kami dito ni ano. Well, safe lane siya, pero like safe lane na wala siyang kasama. So parang
Solo
in a way,
safe lane,
solo safe lane, so parang off lane din siya. Kasi he was going up against a Weaver and a Slardar? No.
Slardar Sand King.
Slardar Sand King pala, oo.
At
So parang,
6 deaths agad siya.
Paano ka makakatakas na wala namang mobility skills si Zeus?
Nakabawi siya by just contributing through the Thunder Guts Wrath. Sabi niya dito, kailangan niya lang maabot talaga is yung level 6. At from level 6 dito, naging active na rin yung level 6 nung Ancient Apparition, and mula nun talagang non-stop action na from LFY, finding kills around the map. Kahit isa lang yung mapatay nila, they convert it to objectives. Nakakuha sila ng Roshan, nakakuha sila ng tower down. Right now, they are dictating the pace of the game even though they are down by less than 1,000 gold. So tala dito sa mid lane, might be KP, and find the Zeus. Yes. Oh, there you go. Thunder God's Wrath once again just to scout, I guess. Wala pang clash na mangyayari. But I do know, and dahil doon, kailangan namang back down ng side ng Newbie.
Here to the silence, Apple will be spotted out for the meantime. Gotta engage upon with the help
There
from
goes
Super.
Slam.
Pero sobrang kunat ni Super dito. There's gonna be the Echo Slam as well as the follow-up from the Ice Blast. Epicenter from Kaka as well. And the damage output from, well, LFY has just been unleashed. Newbie trying to go for the re-engage. Or can they go for it? Faith. Nice connection from that. Well, from the
The Barrow Strike will be dodged by Monet. Monet is still alive.
Monet has to be very careful. He has to get that last hit to be able to get the heal back up.
No.
And Monet still survives. 2-for-2 trade. Kaka is chasing him down. Corrosive Face is giving a little bit of a vision dito para sa Newbie. Super from the sidelines. Oh, wait lang. Nangahabol din sila ngayon. They're trying to chase him down like the dog that he is. Pero here, on the sidelines comes Super. 3v3 situation. The shrine will be popped up. They have to help out Super for a time here. And the Blood Ride will push them back away. Wow. Okay, so 2-for-2 trade.
2-for-2 trade so far. But that's position 1 and position 2. I think may iba pa rin napatay dito yung side ng LFY. But again, it's just Bristleback tanking up. At ang ganda nung kanyang ginawa dito. Nung nilikuron siya, nung Newbie, there was actually some heroes na nasa likod dun sa Bristleback. So technically, nagkaharapan sila. That moment nung ikakasa na yung mga skills dito ng Queen of Pain, pumunta sa, humarap sa side si Bristleback. Kasi yung side ni Bristleback, meron pa rin damage reduction yun eh. Mas malaki lang yun ng pag nakatalikod siya. So, good micro from the Bristleback. That's why he survived for so very long. And pagdating dito ni Bloodseeker, he is very fast kasi sobrang baba na ng mga HP ng kanyang kalaban dahil na-bruise na siya ni Bristleback. And that meant na na-turn around talaga ng LFY1. And I think that this Weaver, as good as he is during the laning stage kanina, talagang nagsastruggle siya ngayon. Well, owing to the fact that because of the control from LFY was there, and napakagandang initiations din mula dito sa Earthshaker.
Shoutouts nga pala dyan kay Raid4Kill09, Raid4Kill09, call me Jakiro Girl.
Wait, what's up?
Jakiro Girl. And ito pala, may tanong pala ngayon si Yamer Mike. How do you pronounce it? Jamer Mike? Yamer
Hindi, Jamer siya. Pero dahil
Jamer
nasa
Mike.
Japan na siya, Yamer na siya.
Yamer Mike. Mas okay ba talagang counter ang BS sa Queen of Pain? Or Bloodseeker sa Queen of Pain?
For sure, kasi meron siyang Rapture, but they thought they would catch Faith, and goodbye, Faith. I would say they are faithless.
Ito pala, from Eugene News. Legacy keys pa rin ba gamit ng teka lang muna pala. Meron tayong makikitang epicenter sa side lane as they spawn out Inflame once more with the Zeus. Trying to make some split push shenanigans happening, pero that's not gonna happen for you. Although that was the 1-for-1 trade. Support for, well, off lane. And they're gonna be pushing in onto the mid tier 2. So ito pala tanong ni Eugene News. Legacy keys pa rin kaya gamit ng mga professional players? Yes and no para sa akin.
Nagle-legacy kicks pa daw ba yung mga pro player?
Yes
Oo
and no.
daw.
Yes and no. May
Sila, yung mga nag-Dota 1, sila yung mas prominently, mas nagle-legacy keys pa rin sila.
Yeah.
Sila Bimbo ba? Si Bimbo, lahat ng usually mga Mineski team, especially Bimbo dati na si Kuko din daw legacy keys, sabi ng mga insider natin dito. Pero magandang counter talaga yung Queen of Pain, yung Bloodseeker sa Queen of Pain kasi yun nga, Rapture. So hindi siya makatakas. Tapos
sa laning phase din naman.
Laning phase din naman. Tapos may silence pa si Bloodseeker. Tapos parang i-force out mo kasi yung Queen of Pain na kumuha ng Lincoln Sphere, which is not that alone
not the path of not the item path that a Queen of Pain would want, no?
For sure, for sure.
Okay. So shoutouts naman dyan kay Bon Dragon. Drago. I wanna call it like that.
Magkakas ba si Boss Alo? Tingnan natin mamaya.
Okay. Shoutouts nga pala kay Hollow Mask. Isa sa mga subs ko. What's up, my man?
Oh. Si Kuya D daw papunta na mga chonks. So yung mga nag-aabang dyan kay Kuya D.
He's on the way.
He's on the way.
So, wait. Ano ba yung mga matches natin for today? The whole, losers round? Oh,
yep.
Wow. Bigatin din pala na losers.
Oh, EG versus Clutch elimination match. Tapos IG versus Vici Gaming. Yun ang mga maglalabanan later.
So may init talaga to, guys. Oh, winners finals di pa natin ko-cover today.
Hindi ba
Next
na
day.
siya?
Alright, so losers round pala muna yung ano natin. So possibly losers round 1, round 2, and round 3. Then I think the other day now yung winners finals, losers finals, and then grand finals.
Yeah.
Okay, so Roshan gonna be started by LFY.
They can take it down pretty quickly dito and no contest.
Ito si Fish. Kinukuha niya yung mga ano natin, mga verbal picks natin. Yung pag sa'yo, for sure, for sure.
For sure, for sure. For sure, for sure. At ano na ba? 17-14. Medyo nakakalamang na ng konti ang LFY ngayon. Pero in terms of momentum, mukhang mas ramdam na ang control ng game ay nasa side ng LFY. And farm lang naman na namang ng Newbie so far. Pero what could your farm do if hindi ka naman nananalo sa laban? That.
Daw, high blood na naman si Kuya D sa CG for sure. Hindi ito talaga matitigil dyan kung si Rappi mag-ano Kasi parang werewolf yan si Rappi, pero imbes na lalakas siya, magiging Raul. Raul!
Mababaliw lang, kumbaga.
Raul!
BKB daw na-excited dito sa Bloodseeker. Meron na siyang Sagi and Yasha. They are making their way downtown, walking fast dito sa may mid lane. 17-14. Now they are taking the tower. Slowly but surely.
Boss direct, pwede ba item check? That's the magic words.
Yep.
Pero parang hindi ako tanay.
Lotus Orb kay Super dito. So napakalaking tangke na nitong Bristleback natin. Link is very para kay Mugi, but I doubt the rest of LFY cares about that at all. Look at that. They're just taking the tower.
Actually nga, no?
Oh, nilikuran nila.
Nilikuran nila pero wala eh. Bristleback yan. Masakit sa likod ang damage ng Bristleback na ito. It's gonna be the shutdown onto the Queen of Pain just for the Asian apparition, and that's terrible here for Newbie. You gotta back away, pero Super, does he want to go for it? Is gonna be that aggressive. Just break down the mid-tier 3. That's gonna be the answer for them just for the meantime. KP hits in some Corrosive Haze. Epicenter as well to connect, pero medyo matangin sa dito. Teka lang muna though. It's gonna be Monet being catched up, but still he survives, activates the Blade Mail, and he will be able to get away from the clutches of death. They do pop the Aegis, so it's a good defense from Newbie.
Good defense indeed. And force nila yung buyback doon sa Earthshaker. At hindi na punish dito yung pagkamatay ni Queen of Pain. Although I say that, LFY wants to dip back to the fight even with just a sliver of a Bristleback. But with half the Blood Rage, he's back at full health. He's healthy right now. My goodness. This sustain. Oh, look at the Fissure.
Oh, no.
They delete him.
Sand King just came in to stop the creeps and you murdered him. Murderers! Pero there, yeah, LFY will be able to get that mid-tier 3 for sure. They're gonna be able to actually expose the barracks here, and slowly but surely you can see, whoa, Super breaking down barracks, and grabe yung kanyang spell lies looking with the quills.
Oh, Echo Slam onto Mugi. They might get him. They will kill him down.
Ooh, not even the chance to go for a time-lapse. Disgusting here by LFY. This is gonna be a 4v3, 4v5 situation, making that in a 3v5, and Newbie are heavily outnumbered. Face is gonna try to run away, but the Nasal Coup would keep him in place. Alpha goes in with the backline. The connection here of the Fissure onto, well, the Sand King, rather onto Faith. And, well, it should be GG call, but I'm sure Newbie don't want to give up just yet.
Yeah.
I mean, they have barracks to spend naman for days. But,
and GG has been, bro. They know. And wow, LFY scoring the 2-0 against Newbie, one of the tournament favorites dito. They're proving their worth right now, and the MVP, I would say.
Hindi na dapat to forever young eh. Forever strong.
Yeah, forever strong indeed.
Nice game coming. Excuse me. Nice game coming in from LGD, forever young. But Newbie, what was that? Like, they had no answer for Monet's Bloodseeker. Like, I mean, nakita mo na we were like gobsmacked kung bakit LFY went for that setup. But, I mean, in a way, it was kind of like them just putting their eggs into heavily the basket dito ni Monet, and then it kind of paid off in the mid-game till the late game.
In all due fairness dito, yung draft naman ng LFY focus on bruising their opponents to help yung Bloodseeker. So I would say, all in all, LFY drafted for their Bloodseeker. Sabi mo nga, putting their eggs in one basket, and it paid off in the end. This time, hindi nabasag yung basket na yon. LFY really reaped the rewards of their damage output. So ang formula lang naman ng LFY dito, nung pag natatalo kasi sila definitely dun sa pagkatapos ng early game. Heading to the mid game, sabi nila, let's group up. Hintay lang natin yung level 6 dun sa Ancient Apparition plus the Zeus. And once those things happen, all of their initiations, nets a kill. Yun kasi yung thing with Newbie, with LFY. Every time na gusto nilang pumatay, kinakaya nila.